21st Century Expeditions here. Today I'm out here at Rock Springs Run State Reserve. Take a look at some Indian mounds along the Wekiva River in the Rock Springs Run. It's really just a spectacular view out here. In the pine barrens here we got slash pine, longleaf pine, and sand pine with some saw palmetto, some loblolly bays in there, and some scrub oak. It's really a perfect day out here. Nice clear blue skies. Have a bobcat on the trail here. These are semi-fresh. And we have some older, I guess these are somewhat fresh tracks going this way in this direction. Well, here along the Rock Springs Run I have a kitchen midden, so let us go check it out. I have noticed in a lot of areas now they're putting up these caution alligator signs, I guess because of a few attacks along the Econolochatchee River in the Disney World event. There we go. Here I am at the pinnacle of the mound. You can see the freshwater snail and mussel deposits here. Important part of the diet. Another thing is you can see limestone deposited in this mound. If you watched any of my other videos along the Wekiva River, you would see that I explored some limestone mounds that are possibly of Indian origin. I haven't ascertained that yet, but they're right along the Wekiva River, so I'm sure that they are. There's a piece of pottery fragment, sponge pottery. You can barely make out the freshwater sponge spicules in the pottery. Common sight on an Indian mound. Now this tree recently fell over on the side of the mound here into the run, and it unearthed a piece of bone here. This is something that the Indians ate, deposited into the mound. As was custom, anything that was no longer usable they would toss into the mound to build it up. Has some really pretty mushroom species on the trail. Kind of unique looking mushroom. On my way to the twin mounds that are located on the Wekiva River, passing through a hammock area. Real pretty in here. Here I am at the twin mounds. Approaching the boardwalk, it's kind of dilapidated. Here we have a sign about the Indian freshwater sponge pottery that was made from the spicules of the sponge and clay. Another sign with a depiction of the Indians that lived here. Here's one of the mound formations that is part of the twin mounds, or one of the twin mounds I should say. It goes up and about. Here's the other mound formation along the trail. You can see the freshwater snail deposits scattered across this midden or mound. Here's a view of the Wekiva River not far from the Twin Mounds. They would have fished the shellfish and mussel from the Wekiva River and St. John's River. There are documented 33 mounds along this river. Just across from me here would be the lower Wekiva River Buffer Conservation Area, which is owned and managed by the St. John's River Management District. Brought along my book about the Florida Indians that are extinct now. You can see them mining here in the water's edge. You can see them here conducting a ceremony. Here is the chief and his queen walking for their amusement. It shows them how they would bring the queen-elect, bring her in a glorious manner. It shows them here practicing the youth at their exercises, which would include some of the games they played in shooting a bow. Here's a picture of the explorer René de la Jeunesse, French explorer, meeting with the chief of the Timucua near Jacksonville. Here we have the chief consorting with his spiritual man before going to battle. Here's the chief preparing for battle at the ceremony. I hit the jackpot here, a covey of turkey. That concludes my time out here at Rock Springs Run State Reserve.